that's a no-no, yo. Cause I'm a beast, I'm your hoe. Get filthy, must make more dough. We will be shaking your flow. Come against me, that's a no-no, yo. Cause I'm a beast.
I'm out to get that money like a robbery. Now I got it, all my enemies wanna clobber me. Squalor be harder, we need dollars camaraderie. The hotter the scholar be, the larger the lottery. Need yen, tens, twins, gotta succeed. Spin G's, Ben Franks. We grim cheese in banks. Breathe in, we win thanks. Hungry like the wolf indeed, but I give money to my crooks in need. I live in Sherman Oaks, but from Kansas City. I miss home, Cali is business, but man, it's pretty. I ain't lying, y'all. Monster for money for mine, y'all. If I wasn't getting money, I'd do time, dog. You never see the 9-fall brick house. Wood floors made, cleaning the bitches with pine saw.
Come yo ho, get 50, must make more dough. We will be shaking your flow. Come against me, that's a no-no, yo. Cause I'm a beast, come yo ho. Must make more dough. We will be shaking your flow. Come against me, that's a no-no, yo. Cause I'm a beast.
Friend, this industry is no kin to me. Behold the flow of the century. But they scared of me, rappers they don't compare to me. Fair to be said that he dares to be sincerely a rarity. Check the sound scan, look around, man. Wake up, look at your Jacob, you and Killer Clown land. Face paint and Juggalos with bubble butts. And we rock it for sedity women in the button-ups. Hands down, we rock harder than Kiss. But rap, we cutting Chris. So can I get 2 stumps and a clap in this bitch? Need a shot to the top cause the plot's to get rich. Tell ya, executives, I'm next for this. Success it is, yet the best protect. This ain't Baptist, Pentecostal, or Methodist. This is the beast, baby, out, Exodus.
I'm in, and I will destroy you. I am the beast. I'm your hoe, get 50, must make more dough. We will be shaking your flow. Come against me, that's a no-no. I'm a beast, I'm your hoe. Get 50, must make more dough. We will be shaking your flow. Come against me, that's a no-no, yo. Cause I'm a beast, I'm your hoe. Get 50, must make more dough. We will be shaking your flow. Come against me, that's a no-no, yo. Cause I'm a beast.
Make it El Jabel. Hail, Serpent, El Zabut, Sinifo, Quarel. Come to me.
Really feel as if I need to have that drink. Netflixing with your bitches sipping mad champagne. I'ma have to stick it thick in her and pass that blame. When I bust out even looking like it's abstract pain. You could probably find me running with a ragtag gang. I'm a villain nigga living like a fat cat cane. When the power of a signature will crack that bang. Give me nothing in particular but pass that dang. But you looking at the realest to begin a dirt suit. Begin to wake up over time, finds I had to learn to. Never follow the design that I find I burn through. Shit deliberately limited, we in the curfew. Can you tell me is there anybody in the world who give a fuck about anything but his or her views in a buck? Keep it legal, marijuana won't loose in the mud. And I'm a target cause I know what I can do in the clutch. And I do fit the glove. Moving amusement, used to pollute it. Youthful and stupid, proving a nuisance. Using the tools of improvement. You've been abusing the blueprint. Truth in my 2 cents. Loose in the booth when I do vent. Shoot for the truth to pursue rent. Cooped in the coop with a few friends. Hoop on the roof with a view through a new lens. Be careful with the way that I maneuver cause I'm prominent. If you got an issue, I'ma get you with the heart of it. All of the confusion, but the truth is super hard to get. And part of the illusion is a ruse to make it harder. Quiz and I don't need a shooter moving through you like a hollow tip. Popping lip, I send them all over with a prominence. Caught up in my thoughts, I kinda knew it was a problem. I'm looking at the bottom of a bottle as I vomit it. A part of me is falling. Nephilim is falling. Nephilim is falling. Nephilim is falling. Nephilim, I am what it is and what it shouldn't be. Hoping you can only see the good in me. Ashamed of what I wasn't when I couldn't see. Used to be conditioned and the victim of the usury, but now they put the track on and react to it like who was he? Still I try to be polite to everyone I supersede. Tell them I'm the guap, they ain't trying to pay the book and feed, but at me like they fishing niggas trying to get a hook to eat. Violent am I am in the world, not of it. They after me and trying to assure I plummet. Was on liquor, weed and wine until I earl my stomach. Now you see me hit the iron, every curl I covet. Summit I be high as I can turn my oven. Feeling like I'm flying in my third eye thumping. Always in the mind of every girl I'm fucking, but for now I spend the bulk of my preferred time puffing. Lost in my prime, genetically modified, bothered by by swine. Humanity's problems are all I can find. How foolish to think we can solve them, rewind. When civilization was making the climb to soul elevation was sacred design. But this current state you can take as a sign. The life of a slave every day is benign. So why are we living this way? It's a crime. Combined with the elements, violent and venomous. Ride with the kettle lit, slide like a Jesuit's kind of benevolence. Dive in my eminence, eye on the evidence. I cannot imagine ever not being ahead of it. No love, old blood, Anunnaki rhetoric. Hate them operating on a level you would never hit. But get rid of the carbon and depart to where my heaven is. A part of me is falling. Nephilim is falling. Nephilim is falling. Nephilim is falling. Nephilim. Nephilim.
Then beware, O men of Chem, if ye have falsely betrayed my teaching, for I shall cast ye down from your high estate into the darkness of the caves from whence ye came. Betray not my secrets to the men of the north or the men of the south, lest my curse fall upon ye. Remember and heed my words, for surely I will return again and require of thee that which ye guard. Aye, even from beyond time and from beyond death will I return, rewarding or punishing as ye have requited your trust. Now I depart from ye. Know my commandments, keep them and be them, and I will be with you, helping and guiding you into the light.
Billy, play the beat.
Ooh, ooh, hey. Yo. Fucked up right now. About to pull around the corner to my homies and I'm asking them what's up right now. So what's up right now? Got the hatchet in my motherfucking lap and I'm getting to the bucks right now. Look around and I don't know who to trust, so I roll another blunt right now. Shorty, what you want right now? Know you wanna fuck while I'm fucked up right now. I can pull around the corner on the ops and just light that bitch up right now. Got 100 bitches blowing up my phone, really, I don't give a fuck right now. Look around and I don't know who to trust, so I roll another blunt right now. Call it what you want, bitch, I'm fucked up. Left a whole lot in my rear view, headed up top for the clear view, screaming at the top of my lungs, I'm at the top of a mountain, but baby, when you a juggalo, know I hear you. How does it feel knowing people that want to kill you? Well, I guess I feel fucked up, trying to get sucked up, 40 Glock tucked up. Bitch, I work hard, ain't nobody here looked up. What's up, ho? What's up, ho? Yeah. And I know that I'm too drunk to hit the road. Here I go, here I go. Will I live through this shit? Only Satan knows. Oh, he knows, oh, he knows. Baby, look me in my eyes and let me go. Just let me go, yeah. Speed it up cause I'm just tired of dying slow. Fuck up right now. About to pull around the corner to my homies and I'm asking them what's up right now. So what's up right now? Got the hatchet in my motherfucking lap and I'm getting to the bucks right now. Look around and I don't know who to trust, so I roll another blunt right now. Shorty, what you want right now? Know you wanna fuck while I'm fucked up right now. I can pull around the corner on the ops and just light that bitch up right now. Got 100 bitches blowing up my phone, really, I don't give a fuck right now. Look around and I don't know who to trust, so I roll another blunt right now. Call it what you want, bitch, I'm fucked up.
I feel the pressure right as I wake up. Hop out the bed, my strap already tucked. One in the chamber, I won't give it up, cause I do what I got to make sure I wake up for my kids. Oh, that's what it is. I don't gotta say shit, but you know the biz. I'm talking my shit, cause all of that shit that y'all talk, you ain't never done. You know I did, bitch, I really been blasting on. Bitch, I really rock ice, oh, I really got right, but I really put plastic on them. Really tryna live right, really don't want fight, but I really put a casket on them. Gravitating to the light, I don't say it out of spite, but you can't ask them if I blasted on them. Call up, would you put the hatchet on them? Hey, yeah. I'ma make sure that my daughter is good, do whatever to make sure she's straight. Just to make sure that she eats and has shoes on her feet. I will strangle your heartbeat away. I ain't got time to play with you. I'm being honest and straight with you. See, I'm trying to do what a neighbor do and give you a warning that she come before me and I go to war. G, I slide for mine.
Fucked up right now. About to pull around the corner to my homies and I'm messing them. What's up right now? So what's up right now? Got the
Yo, Mage. Yo, Mage.
Yo, what's good,
Yo,
bro?
you need to message Frank your address where you want your stuff sent to because you won one of the drawings.
I seen that. I wasn't sure how to respond to it yet.
Yeah. Just
One of
go.
you guys would let me know.
Yeah, just go on Facebook Messenger and send Frank an address that you want your stuff sent to.
All right, word.
You know who Frank is on Messenger, right?
I don't know if I have Frank's page or not page. If I have him as a friend on there, yeah, because I've only interacted with Frank a couple of times.
Okay, hold on. I'll send you his phone number.
Word.
Via text message. You still got the same number, right?
Yes, sir. I made it back to Duval.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, I love it. Like, I've already got to hang out with my fentanyl addicted cousin and everything. It was wonderful being in sobriety around that shit.
Yeah, it is. That sounds like the city. All right. So for anybody who's watching on YouTube, Facebook, we're not on Twitch. We are suspended currently because trolls suck. If you want to join the meeting starts at 8:30. We got a fire-ass speaker tonight, and all you have to do is click the link in the description of the videos or on Facebook or on our website, and you can join us live. Until then, we're just going to keep playing some music and hanging out until the meeting starts at 8:30. Whoa, whoa.
in my motherfucking lap and I'm getting to the bucks right now. Look around and I don't know who to trust, so I roll another blunt right now. Show me what you want right now. Know you wanna fuck while I'm fucked up right now. I can pull around the corner on the ops and just light that bitch up right now. Got 100 bitches blowing up my phone, really, I don't give a fuck right now. Look around and I don't know who to trust, so I roll another blunt right now. Call it what you want, bitch, I'm fucked up. I done drunk everything, I done smoked everything. I did some drugs that made me my own enemy. You can find meaning, but life don't mean anything. Jody asked me, would you, do you feel anything? No. Well, I guess I feel fucked up, trying to get sucked up, 40 Glock tucked up. Bitch, I work hard, ain't nobody here lucked up. What's up, ho? What's up, ho? Yeah. And I know that I'm too drunk to hit the road. Here I go, yeah. Will I live through this shit? Only Satan knows. Oh, he knows. Baby, look me in my eyes and let me go. Yeah. Speed it up, cause I'm just tired of dying slow. Fuck up right now. About to pull around.
I guess we taking music requests. Put your song request in the chat.
Washed in the blood is one, we all one. Cleansed by the fire, it can't be undone. Collectively see through the same mind's eye as the sky opens wide and the old balance dies. Any that oppose the hive are swallowed whole. As for where this soul goes, well, nobody knows. We are the body of the chosen, the owners of the seraphim. Identify the hive by the sulfur sigil branded in. We've all felt pain, we've all wanted out. Now we've all found a home where we'll never go without. Once we all were broken till he put us back together.
Stronger, faster, smarter, better.
One mouth speaks with a number of forked tongues, singing hymns of the damned, bringing forth the black sun. The blessing is bestowed, but the mission's just begun. As we dilate and grow, we are legion, we are one. We are many, we are one. We are different but the same. We are moving as a beast that goes by many names. Eternally undying, forever we're together. Tethered at the soul, our being will never in misery. The hive has arrived to claim eternal victory. Shrouded in the mystery of ritual and wizardry. Align with the hive or be devoured by the synergy. The owners of the demons that collect the souls of history are lining up together perfectly in synchronicity. Unfazed by perception of time and man's method, our power is manifested by the 33rd dimension. Redemption is the intention of this one body collection. You follow the crows home and finally you've ascended. The rhymes of Lords Forgotten have caused you to be combined with the energy of dark and the light of the divine. Every version of ourselves is present in the design. Now you finally understand why destiny intertwines. We are here to rebuild this balance and redefine. We're happy you've arrived. Welcome to the We are many, we are one, we are different but the same. We are moving as a beast that goes by many names. Eternally undying, forever we're together. Tethered at the soul, our being will never weather. You tried to survive, but you never felt alive. Now the crows call you home, to tighten the ties that bind. Revive and align the spirits that are inside. We're happy you've arrived. Welcome to the We are many, we are one, we are different but the same. We are moving as a beast that goes by many names. Eternally undying, forever we're together. Tethered at the soul, our being will never weather. You tried to survive, but you never felt alive. Now the crows call you home, to tighten the ties that bind. Revive and align the spirits that are inside. We're happy you've arrived. Welcome to the
We got about 20 minutes till the meeting starts. If anybody's watching on Facebook or YouTube on the live stream, you can click the link in the description and you can join us live. The meeting will start at 8:30. We're just waiting for people to come in. If you don't want to be on the live stream, you click the link in the description after the live stream's end and you still can come join us. Until then, I'm going to just be taking song requests from people that are in the room until the meeting starts. So this next one's for Enzo.
Have you ever been fucked dug out by a murderous clown? You're my juggalo penis. Wait till you see it, yeah, yeah. Ass up, face down, pound town, straight gobble me down. You're my juggalo penis. You wouldn't believe it, yeah, yeah. I said, I made her pussy go whoop whoop. So I get it, put in 2 scoops. A Fago douche, drink the soup. Get it spread in a bed like a bang pound noob. Decorate your room, we gon' take some nudes. Plowing out your poon to a clockwork tune. Tap tap on your gas till I blast your wound. Fat fap on your ass like you want me to. With this psychopathic, I create magic. Big silver smashing, I'm super massive. I stab your vag and love handle grabbing. That sexual passion in the juggalo fashion. I'm the anal ringmaster, moon piss blaster, juggalette gagger. Eat you out after, back up. Just 1 second before I smash you. Just one question that I've been dying to ask you. Have you ever been fucked dug out by a murderous clown? You're my juggalo penis. Wait till you see it, yeah, yeah. Ass up, face down, pound town, straight gobble me down. You're my juggalo penis. You wouldn't believe it, yeah, yeah.
You ain't never had a dick like this before. Like a stretch Armstrong, watch it bend and fold. It hit the floor, it hit your nose, it hit your soul. Balls in your hole, hit the pig and roll. Put it all in your mouth till I open wide. When I bust inside, that's a Fago cream pie. Playing Ray Malenko while I fuck your stink hole. The barge in my jeans ain't a bean burrito. Came through with my jugs, fucking up the spot. Now your bitch wanna fiddle with my riddle cocks. I leave my paint on your pillows and the cheeks on your bop. I'm a freak on the beach, she a fiend for the cock. This a scrub dick, I don't scrub it. So don't ask no questions if your tongue itch. This a jug dick, smell like onions. I'ma blast my weapon in your dungeon.
Have you ever been fucked dug out by a murderous clown? You're my juggalo penis. Wait till you see it, yeah, yeah. Ass up, face down, pound town, straight gobble me down. You're my juggalo penis. You wouldn't believe it, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Even my non-Juggalo friends like that song. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, on the live streams, you can click the link in the description. You can join us live. The meeting is going to start at 8:30. And if you're in this room and you want a song request, drop it in the chat and I'll play it for you. Until then, I'm going to play this next one for Panda, Dark Lotus, Bad Rep.
Everybody let me go. Mom and daddy let me go. All my neighbors love me. Someone gotta love me. Everybody let me go. Mom and daddy let me go. Anybody that has heard of me, I know they love me. Everybody let me go. Mom and daddy let me go. All my neighbors love me. Someone gotta love me. Everybody let me go. Mom and daddy let me go. Anybody that has heard of me, I know they love me.
Everybody treats me like I'm the Antichrist. They wanna kill my mama for giving me the life. I'm out my tree, they say. I walk a different way. Get on your knees and pray. Lord, this is your judgment day. I like to hang with the hookers and winos and let them give me tats with their heroin needles. What? I love to kiss on the bitches with bad breath and choke her by the neck while I just fuck her to death.
Now tell me, do you love me or do you love me not? Nah, well kiss my ass, the red eye monster spot. Tell me, how you be? Behind my back and always hate till my face be straight. About to make me catch a murder case. Tell me, what make your brain tick? What the fuck? To even find the Lotus click where you gotta look. But you can't see us, we're trifocal heat specs. Matter of fact, motherfucker, you and my rep. Everybody let me go. Mom and daddy let me go. All my neighbors love me. Someone gotta love me. Everybody let me go. Mom and daddy let me go. Anybody that has heard of me, I know they love me. Everybody let me go. Mom and daddy let me go. All my neighbors love me. Someone gotta love me. Everybody let me go. Mom and daddy let me go. Anybody that has heard of me, I know they love me.
Come over here, I wanna tell you a story. It's an ugly one. It's about Ned and how I can't get none. I could have cocaine come with a crack pipe dick, and I couldn't get a bass head to buff my shit. Speaking of crackheads, I am a crackhead. I mean, I don't smoke, but I got a crack in my head. My daddy used to slap my face around with a brick until finally the back of my cranium split. I took my shoelace off and sewed it back shut. I wear this goofy wig now to hide the cut. Look, nobody loves me, I'll be quick to admit it. My mama says she loves me, but she won't let me hit it. I'm kidding. Then you got my brothers, they call me mental case. They beat me up and put their cigarettes out on my face. My head throbs, I'm about to enroll in Columbine and finish the fucking job.
Everybody let me go. Mom and daddy let me go. All my neighbors love me. Someone gotta love me. Everybody let me go. Mom and daddy let me go. Anybody that has heard of me, I know they love me. Everybody let me go. Mom and daddy let me go. All my neighbors love me. Someone gotta love me. Everybody let me go. Mom and daddy let me go. Anybody that has heard of me, I know they love me.
Hi Kelly, it's me Jay. Listen, I know you don't like me calling you and stuff, but fuck you, you know what I mean? Give me a chance. I'm not that stale, I mean, just because...
Terrible thoughts run through my mind, causing my head to fill with anger. Anybody I don't know, I wanna strangle. Does it make me such a bad guy? Nope. Y'all like lie bitches, I like the dead kind. Hang with killers, creep like phantoms in the darkness. And even though we like to murder, we ain't heartless. Can't help it, I got a bad reputation. But devastation, all out panic before decapitation.
Don't nobody love, don't nobody care. They rather sit and stare and make fun of my hair. I'm a killer, I'm a devil, I'm a punk, I'm a traitor. My mama hate my guts, but I could never ever hate her. And this bitch I used to fuck say my dick too small. She wasn't saying that when she took it all in the jaw. And all my dogs and my true friends think I'm insane. They say Jamie doesn't rationalize or talk in normal ways.
Everybody let me go. Mom and daddy let me go. All my neighbors love me. Someone gotta love me. Everybody let me go. Mom and daddy let me go. Anybody that has heard of me, I know they love me. Everybody let me go. Mom and daddy let me go. All my neighbors love me. Someone gotta love me. Everybody let me go. Mom and daddy let me go.
We got about 15 minutes till the meeting starts again. So if you're watching on Facebook Live, YouTube, anywhere, you can click the link in the message section, in the comment section, on the description to the video, and you can come join us live. Until then, we're going to keep playing some music. And Josie, they're not on Spotify. You got to give me a different song. Y'all.
We did it. Depression begins to set in. We taking our truest happiness from ourselves and forget it. We did it. Realize all of the sabotage is only hurting ourselves internally, but we're better off. Didn't think about when we would never want to take the cost. Didn't think about the color resonating these painted walls. Never consider beyond short-sighted endeavors that we can hold it all together, but it's gotta get better, you know. So as I write this note, reminded life is dope. I'll take my time and redesign as I tie this rope. Every day's another burden as I fight it, so I'm holding on, but I'm tired and it's time to go. Thinking back to the hope that tomorrow brings, fading faster than the fact that you're holding on to me. Just let me go and rest in peace. I promise when you think of me that you'll crack a smile, but I'll see you when the morning speaks.
Turn my phone off, made peace with the dark. Collect the pieces of my heart, try to piece it together all while I'm falling apart. I just wanna leave a note to myself. Oh, maybe better, but we never can tell. If we end up stuck in this hell, I just wanna leave another note to myself.
How many times have you locked eyes with your reflection? And fully knew who's looking back at you. If you could, you'd ask a question. But it's got the same baggage as you. I know the habit of having to have an attitude to match the manners of the many. You may feel them mad at you. In reality, they're sad for you. Really think those who care could bear to just stare as you happen to revisit that avenue when you fashion a noose.
Get a chair.
Know exactly what you're about to do.
This life isn't fair.
I can't feel bad for you. Recognize the magnitude. Look at all you have to lose.
But in the end, who would you really matter to?
Never thought I'd see the day where we would feel how we felt during Kenya. Here we are again, and still there ain't another way. You've grown a lot as a person. Don't leave as a coward. Jacob, before you call it curtains, give me 24 hours and we can do this all again.
Turn my phone off, made peace with the dark. Collect the pieces of my heart, try to piece it together all while I'm falling apart. I just wanna leave a note to myself. Oh, maybe better, but we never can tell. If we end up stuck in this hell, I just wanna leave another note to myself.
Time keeps ticking. Every minute past, a foot deeper in the hole. How long will it last until I relinquish control? Time keeps ticking. Time keeps ticking. Time keeps ticking. Time keeps ticking. Every minute past, a foot deeper in the hole. Time to grab the pen, pair up my soul. My final note to myself, like it'll help. Please don't let go.
Turn my phone off,
Time keeps ticking.
made peace with the.
We got about 10 more minutes until the meeting starts. If you're watching on Facebook Live or YouTube and you want to come join us live, you can click the link in the description. Until then, I'm going to spin a couple more songs. Glad to see all y'all here. Early. Nice to see all your beautiful faces. We're going to have a dope-ass speaker tonight. And if you're scared to join us on the live stream and you want to not be on the live stream, you can always click the link in the comment sections or the description of the video and you can join us afterwards. Until then, I'm going to play a couple more songs.
Many cry, he's dead, he's dead.
Many cry, he's dead, he's dead.
The crown of life you gave to me.
A crown of life he gives to me.
He should be to me.
If you got a song request, put it in the chat. I'll squeeze one more in after this.
Good job.
Thank you.
Perhaps they were influenced by the dark side. Somewhere inside my childhood, I think my heart died. Cause even though we both came from the same places, the Matrix will make it into apartheid. Picture atypical, living in an atypical world where it's made digital, but stereo's your vibe. Magazine covers hiding people like you would try to. Like you'll never make it, like bad jaw lied. Wake me up when I'm free, I'm locked up with no keys. How you feel, trying to be alright. They say you got OCD and the logic you need without structure can be hard times. They bleed about your sensitivity, can't be dirty, just clean. Blocking out all the screams all night. Need a routine just to ease our mind, but we about to go COD offline. Crazy world, we all they say, dealing with the melee. Consider the spectrum from all sides. It may shape the ecosystem daily. Where people with it may play, but evil when they make an archive. Men and women with it since the infant daily, dealing with the sickness of a system that treated them like rawhide. I guess what I'm really saying is me with my mental state is the way that I did relate to you, baby. Don't cry, it's gonna be alright. Because
they gon' try to change you and say you won't make it far, but I think you're perfect just the way you are. They gon' try to change you and say you won't make it far, but I think you're perfect just the way you are. 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 Just the way you are.
Lord forgive us for this life is sin. Don't wanna die again. Wrong's what they might have been. They like what he mean. My kid's 3 years old and it's troubling to see them study him like they study me. Sensory overload when they missing the homies though, and now they gotta do some other things. It's like a bad movie daycare, kicked him out, me and his mother trying not to go make another scene. Cut, that's how it felt with the bloody stream. Lucky thing that they got it popping with a bunch of streams. Maybe it's a money thing, I don't understand how they can judge it, baby. Maybe that ain't it, but that is what it seems. Him, maybe it's what the genes are, is what we sing. Socially, I'm not too skilled, but at other things, I just want my baby to live comfortably. Had to park and take him to go play, and he like, daddy, I just wanna swing. 1 in 100 can feel like 1 in 3. And with the boys, it's easier for someone to see. All I see is young kings and a bunch of queens who are just different and not battling a disease. Run up these tickets, watch them running through the Chuck E. Cheese. They got me tripping like it was, though it wasn't me. But is it different when it comes to one of your seeds? To celebrate them, not regulate them is what we need. Because
they gon' try to change you and say you won't make it far, but I think you're perfect just the way you are. They gon' try to change you and say you won't make it far, but I think you're perfect just the way you are. 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 Just the way you are.
From anybody on the spectrum or dealing with autism, from my kid to kids around the world.
Again, if you're watching on Facebook Live, YouTube, anywhere on live stream, you can click the link in the video or in the comment section or in the description of the video. You can join us live. If you just don't want to be on a live stream, you can join us after the live stream's end. We will still be here. Until then, I'm going to play one more song. I did see my speaker pop in and then she left. I'm sure she'll be right back. All right.
Sent down from heaven when I was a little one. Enthusiasm caught my dome and lessons teaching me about the 7 and how I should be a reverend. She really gave me a this world is not my home impression. Sent down to help lost souls and fight their foes. Angels chose to toss woes when the night air's cold, but it got to me when she looked up and said, then I was right there, froze, cause that meant I'd be alone. The second that she was gone, I was beckoned by my brethren, then my head spent like tech went to be a grown, a complex gent that freed the wrong and blessed it with the best grips. I invested in my whole life, chose life, but the people down here don't know what to do with it. Wanna fly away cause I really don't know too many that's true with it, you know. You know.
This life will soon
give it all the works. To many it's worldly when you can't control your thirst. So if I can't bring happy, I'll go. Flings at these queens catch me really seems tacky, you know. You know.
This world is not my home. This life will soon be gone, and one day I'll spread my wings. Gonna fly away. I'm gonna fly
Fear not, cause this ain't the point when you hear shots. Me and my peers got, by God's will, dropped in the weird pot. I wanna ascend cause I'm feeling like I'm near shock. By my gun, I'm feeling like I want the rest of my years blocked. You got your ears locked? I wanna fly away cause inside I have eternal teardrops.
This world is not my home. This life will soon be gone, and one day I'll spread my wings. Gonna fly away. I'm gonna fly away.
My 2-year-old son is in here dancing.
That's what's up. All right, guys. How's everybody doing? This is the Sober Soldier Sundays meeting of Juggalos in Recovery. My name is Dee, and I'm the host for this meeting. It's glad to see all y'all here and early. I have a amazing guest speaker who dabbled in the Juggalo lifestyle and that I've known throughout my whole sobriety. And I know her and her kids and her boyfriends, and the post for the meeting was her at my wedding, and she is an amazing person and she helps tons of people in recovery in the community, and she's very knowledgeable about the 12 steps and growing as a person. And with that, I would like to introduce y'all to my friend Sarah. And after she gets done sharing, just raise your hands, unmute your mics, and be respectful.
Thanks, Bryant. My name's Sarah. I'm an alcoholic. I say alcoholic because I work AA, but there's like, I did many drugs. But since I'm here, I'm gonna be able to talk about everything, just like I do when I speak at Halfways. Anyway, so yeah, my sobriety date is May 2nd, 2017. You know, and for a long time that I think something kept me out for a while, and a long time kept me from doing what I needed to do in recovery. And that word is such a big thing in my life now, but it's God. I remember the first time that I sat in the rooms down in Florida. I sat in the very back of, it's called Fellowship Hall. It's like where like all of our AA meetings are. And I sat in the back of the room, literally like covered in track marks. My hair was bright blue. I was covered in track marks, and I sat right next to the door, and I looked up at the steps, and that was the first time that it hit me. I just went, fuck. The kid next to me was like, what? And I was like, it just says God a bunch of times. And he was just like, yeah. And I was like, shit. Like, I knew, it's funny, even though I didn't want it to be my answer, like I realized at that point that it almost had to be. So I do have a God in my life, not the Catholic one that I grew up with. But I did baptize my kid Catholic just because, like, just in case. Anyway, so yeah, I was born in New Jersey. I have a sister, a dad, a mom. I never really knew my sister much growing up. She was just like this chick that was like in a picture, and like I knew that her name was April, but like I really knew nothing else about her. Then when I was like 6 or 7, I met her for the first time at a diner. My parents are gnarly, man. Like it's funny, like they literally like had her like tell me that like her last name was like my last name, even though like she had it was like a whole thing. Like I had to believe that my dad was her dad, even though like he wasn't. It was just the weirdest thing. Like my parents like really for a lot of my life tried to keep me like super sheltered. But I met her for the first time. I was like 6 or 7, and she was in college. She's 12 years older than me. She was in college, and she showed me how to draw eyes on a napkin for the first time. And it's a really random fucking thing to remember, but that's what I remember. And it's funny because guess what? I could still draw eyes like a motherfucker on a goddamn, like in general. You know what? Before that, I'm just going to little tangent. I used to draw them one small or one big. I can do them pretty damn well now. Anyway, moving forward, met her for the first time when I was like 6 or 7. And then my dad worked for American Honda. He's retired now, but we moved out to, from New Jersey, moved out to, we moved to Huntington, but his job moved him to Torrance, California. So we moved to Huntington Beach, California, which, I mean, it was beautiful. But that was where a lot of my fuckery began, really. Like I said, my dad worked for Honda, so I grew up on like dirt bikes and quads and everything. And, that was pretty awesome. Like when I was 3, my dad got me my first quad. When I was 4, I was driving it and I flung him off the back and he tried to chase me down with it. And I just kept going. Fuck this. But anyway, yeah. So, we moved out to California. And my sister would come out to visit and stuff. And then I found out that like she didn't have the same dad. And my dad was like super abusive growing up, like mentally, physically. Like he was just like not the nicest. And it's funny, a lot of alcoholics that I work with are like, my dad wasn't very nice either. And I was like, oh, really? I wonder. Yeah. So anyway, I've, found out that she was, a different, so she actually, my dad, like I said, super abusive. She actually left when I was 1. That's why I had no idea who she was, to live with her dad in a tent because she did not want to live in the 4-bedroom house that my parents had provided. So there was that. But anyway, I was like always that kid that did like, I always tried to like make my dad proud. Like he was angry, but he was also like one of my best friends when I was a kid. And like, I always wanted to make him proud. And, I was like a straight A student. Like I remember I was walking home in middle school and I was by myself. It took me like 20 minutes to put my middle finger up. When I actually did it, I was like, whoa, like it was like the most wild thing. Like I literally grew up just like, I don't know, like I had to just walk the line, and I was in I did church. I sang and in the church choir, I played the chimes. I did everything that was ever asked of me. But it's funny because I did everything that I was ever asked of me and I still got hit, So when I was a little bit older, I remember the first time I was like 15 and I was doing over the, so it's called junior guards. And it's like, they like, I don't know, it's like they have you like swim around the pier and like run 2 miles on like hot sand and like say yes, sir to lifeguards. It's like a whole thing. I made good friends. It really wasn't too much fun. There's that part. But what's it called? So I met this chick, Creelan, and it was funny. And I slept over her house, and that night, like, you know, we snuck out and we went to the park. It was like us and like, you know, another chick that like snuck out of her house and like 2 other kids. And we went to the park and we were all sitting there in a circle. And the one kid like whips out this bong from a backpack. And he was like, oh, he's like, you know, you ever smoked before? And my dumbass answer, yeah, I have. Like, fucking noob. Like, come on, dude. Like, you don't know the contraptions of this thing. Like, so I'm like, you know, he gives it to me and he's like, oh, you haven't been in this circle before. Here you are. And I blew right into that bong. I blew right into it, and I fucking soaked the weed. And they took the bong, and the first time I smoked weed, I didn't smoke. I didn't actually get high. So that was fun. Anyway, give me a couple days later, I got high and it was great. And then from there, I started, my parents had a liquor cabinet. It's funny. It was above the house phone. Nobody fucking has house phones anymore, but it was like above the house phone was the liquor cabinet. And like my dad used to come home from work, and I knew like he like showed me how to like mix him drinks and do all this shit. So like I knew like where everything was in that liquor cabinet. And I remember I like did the old like empty water bottle, and then like I had a bottle of water, and then like I poured out. I grabbed the one thing that I saw for like ever that they never touched, and it was orange vodka. And it was just chilling in the back in some fucking plastic ass container. And I was like, sweet. So I like poured some of that shit out, and I like added some water, and I was like, all right, like that fucking looks normal. And then like I went out and I got drunk, and it tasted terrible. It's funny. It tasted terrible. I got drunk. I didn't like the feeling, but guess what I did? I did it again a couple days later. And that's kind of like my story in a nutshell, really. Like over and over and over again, there are things that I didn't like, different effects, and then I just kept doing it again. It was like, it's one of the, I feel like it's like you try and you don't succeed, you try and try again. Well, I took that the wrong fucking way. Like I shouldn't have done that over and over and over again, but I did, because I am an addict and an alcoholic. Anyway, so I started drinking at a young age, and then I was friends with this chick, Sarah. Just stupid fucking story. I was friends with this chick, Sarah, like right when I moved out there. I was in 3rd grade. I met her at the YMCA the summer before 3rd grade. We were both in the same class. So we're both Sarahs. And, you know, we were growing up together. And then I was in middle school, and she got mad because she just like ditched me, and I like needed a ride. And so I had to call my mom and tell her that like she wasn't there and that she ditched me. And then she got mad because my mom called her mom. And then she got mad at me because even though she was the one that ditched me, and got mad because her mom wouldn't take her to Abercrombie and fucking Fitch. Anyway, so this friend, we were not friends for like a year and a half. And then all of a sudden she like hits me up randomly, and she's like, hey, sorry I was such an asshole. Fuck Abercrombie. And I was like, what? She's like, let's hang out. And I was like, oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know. I've always been a people pleaser. So of course I'm like, okay. So I meet her, what was downtown Stewart, and, or Jesus Christ, downtown Huntington. It's where I live now. I met her down there, and it's funny. So, you know, she introduced me to her boyfriend, who was a year older than her, and introduced me to quite a few people. And it's funny because all of the chicks were like younger, like 14, 15, 16, maybe 17. And like all the dudes were between like 16 and like 27. And it's really funny, like looking back now, like just fucking looking back now, that's some red flag ass shit that you got some motherfucker, like somebody like 10 years older than a teenager hanging out with them. Throwing that out there. Anyway, so they were all for the most part gang members. That was fun. But they actually introduced, so I enjoyed myself. I'm not going to lie. I wish I didn't, but I had a pretty good time because I feel I very quickly realized that I was going to get hit whether I smelled like a cigarette, I was going to get hit. Whether I got a B, I was going to get the same punishment for two completely different actions. So I just kind of at 15 just really said fuck it, and just did what I wanted when I wanted. So it escalated pretty quickly. I hung out with them literally all the time. I ditched school. I took report cards. Like when I say I took report cards, like I stole my report cards for 2 years, because it's not like nowadays where like it gets sent to your family's phone or some shit. I don't know what the fuck they do. My kid's 3. I don't know what they do yet for report cards, but I know they do some shit where the parents can get it and you can see literally everything. Yeah, we just got report cards in the mail, and I would just like sign, hand them a letter that said for me to be able to get out of school with my mom's, quote unquote signature. It was mine. It was my signature, but it was my mom's. So I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding about myself. But yeah, like I just really did whatever. And it's funny. It was two years straight of F's where I just really didn't give a fuck. And I got, at that point, my dad had a lot of different back surgeries and knee surgeries. Like I feel, it's funny. My back's doing better now. But it's actually funny. Like my back was doing really bad and I was like refused to do surgery. And just because like I watched my dad like get surgery after surgery after surgery. So I'm like, I will never get back surgery. I will do PT for the rest of my life if I have to, but like, fuck that. But yeah, so anyway, he also had like mad painkillers because of that, like in a drawer. And he's not an addict or an alcoholic. So they were just chilling in a drawer. And I would just kind of go in there and just like the orange vodka, take a little bit here and a little bit there. And I had like a little baggie with all this shit that I didn't fucking know what it was. I had no idea what it was, but I was just taking it. And I was giving it to people and we were having a grand time. Anyway, so when I was 16, we went to New Jersey. Me and my mom went to visit our family in New Jersey, and my dad didn't go, but my dad didn't go. And when we were out there, we were there for 2 weeks right before school started. And my mom looked at me and she was just like, it was literally like the day before we were supposed to leave. Like we were already checked in for our flight. She looked at me and she was like, "You're a kid." And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "No, like you're a kid." And I was like, What? And she was just like, "You haven't acted like a kid in years. Like I have not seen like the child that I raised in years." And like, it had really, I don't know. I was just like, okay, cool. Like I didn't get it, but it's like being, like I'm in my 30s now. And like, now, like, I get it. Like, I get what she was saying. Like she got her kid back, like, even if it was only for 2 weeks, she got her kid back. So she was like, we're staying, we're staying. And, my dad had always like threatened to just like, it's funny. Like I wanted to be a therapist so bad because my mom would be inside crying and my dad would be outside screaming and I would like be the one in the middle making everybody feel better. But that's, turned after a while, it took me some time, but I realized it's not a very good reason to be a therapist. It's actually a really fucking sick reason to be a therapist. But yeah, so like my dad had always threatened to like, he wanted to leave us and go live on a boat. So that was cool. But yeah, my mom told him that we were staying in New Jersey and he didn't care. He stayed there and they got a divorce. And it's funny, I say that so like they got a divorce, but it was a 10 fucking year divorce. Who takes 10 fucking years to get a goddamn divorce? That's the longest motherfucking divorce that I've ever fucking witnessed in my life. Anyway, sorry, just have to say that every time I share my story, I'm just like, it was a long divorce. Like it was, man. Like, it's funny because like over and over, like my mom would ask me, like, it's kind of like that kid growing up and still doing the thing. Like my mom would ask me, like, please, like, come with me to support me. And it's like, shit, dude, like that was kind of like, once again, looking back, like that's kind of a shitty situation to put your kid in. Like, come support me against your father in our divorce. Like, fuck, dude. Shouldn't have done that. But, anyway, it's funny. My sponsor keeps telling me, you can't look back on things the way that you would have done them. That's a sick thinking, and you're going to be filled with resentments. And I'm like, yep, got it. But I would have. And she's like, no, like you can't, because she loves to tell me that I'm not stronger than God, and the way that things happen, they worked out for a reason. And if I think that I would have done it better, then I think that I'm better than God. So that's a knife to the heart. Anyway, so so, we're out there, and it's funny. I ended up going to a Catholic high school. Catholic school is such a fucking joke. Like, after like going to public school my whole life and then Catholic school the last 2 years, like that shit was a fucking, like, okay, I shoved this kid into a locker and smacked his head into a desk 2 separate occasions. They did fucking nothing. Catholic school, they told me my mom got me tested for like ADHD and shit. Yeah, I got ADHD. What of it? Anyway, so I've got ADHD, and they put me in like I don't have like an aide following me around or anything. Like, that didn't happen. But I did get to take my tests with aides. Not aid, people aides. I did get to take my tests with aides, and they just like gave me the answers. They're like, all right, you little fucking dumbass. And they just like gave me the answer. I fucking graduated with honors, and I was barely there. That shit was tight as hell. Sorry. It just makes it every time it cracks me up. Anyway, every time I think back about it, it's like I was standing there with like my little honor sash, high as a fucking kite, pissed everyone the fuck off. It was amazing. Anyway, so I was out there, and for a while, like I said, my mom said I was a kid. I was a kid. Like, I really was. And then I wasn't. It's funny. She took me to the doctor because she said that I was depressed and that I had trauma. So I said, okay. So we went to the doctor, and this doctor, thank God she's not practicing anymore. I was 16 years old, and she was like, she is not depressed. She has got anxiety, and she has got terrible ADHD. And my mom was like, well, what do we do? And what did she do? Here you are, 16-year-old, take this Xanax and take this fucking, it's called Focalin. She gave me it's like fucking Adderall and Adderall, man. Like, it's some fucking shit, dude. Like, it was interesting. So yeah, I was 16 being prescribed hard fucking drugs. So it's actually funny. I tried to get high. I remember I called my friend like in like California. I was like, guess what the fuck? This doctor just fucking prescribed me, yo. Like, this is fucking tight. But like, once again, looking back as an adult, what in the fuck? Like, what the fuck, dude? So I tried to get high on the Focalin, but I couldn't get high on the Focalin because I am ADHD. So I sold that shit to some rich fuckers. I sold that shit for $30 a pop to some rich ass motherfuckers. And well, they weren't rich. Their parents were rich, and they paid all this fucking money to be at the school. And they made fun of me. It's funny, like, we didn't do like we were not well off, or we were well off. I don't fucking know. We weren't fucking poor. We weren't like rich, but like my dad had money, and like like I said, like I grew up on dirt bikes and stuff. So like we had money for toys and shit. My dad had a boat. Like, that's not and going from that to living with my cousin, sharing a room with her. I worked at Fridays, like, just to help my mom. And like, it's funny, like, going from that to that, and every kid, this was like right when they started having like computers in high school, like right when they started doing that, or it was just the rich kid high school that they started doing it. I don't fucking know. All I know is that every other kid had an Apple, and I don't know what the fuck it was. I don't even think it was an actual name brand. All I know is that it was $150 and it was what we could afford. And I got made fun of all of the time for not being, I don't know, rich, for not having an Apple. So in my brain, my little justified brain was like, that's right, motherfuckers, you will buy my Focalin at a really high price and I get it for free. Fuck you. Anyway, sorry. That's my thinking a lot. Not now, but before that was my thinking. It was super deranged justification. Anyway, so like I said, I very quickly got back into shit. Hung out with this one kid who he used to have like those little, like, you know, you can get like those little necklaces that are pill cases. They're like, it was like a little silvery guy that was around his neck, and like he literally kept 30s in there. And like I like I said, I was barely in school. So like I was not doing very good. When I graduated, I love how I always forget to mention this motherfucker until I get to when I graduated. I moved back to California to be with him. So, and then he proposed to me. His name was David, and he actually, I fell in love with him before we moved out to New Jersey. So he had a tattoo of a dick like right on his knee. So when he had sat down wearing his shorts, it looked like a dick was hanging out. Like he thought he was like the coolest thing. And, you know, 16-year-old me thought he was the coolest thing. And he bought me, you know, 4 Locos and shit before they were like, I don't know what they changed in them, but when they were deadly. Yeah, he was great. So I moved back out to live with him. Fun situation that I ended up in. I'm just going to say this is a really interesting just twist and turn of events. Moved in with him and I got really excited. It was the first day. I've got my little backpack. I've got my suitcase and my pillow, and I'm like, you know, hi, all excited. And he was in prison, by the way, for like years while I was in high school. And he was like, you can date other men. Obviously it was boys because I was in fucking high school. He's like, you can date others. And when I'm out, like, you're mine. And I was like, okay. So, you know, I just blonde moment. Let me just say this really quickly. Just complete blonde moment. I moved into what was a meth house. It was a mom and her sister downstairs. And there was 6 kids that lived in the living room. Upstairs, there was 3 bedrooms. There was our room, which had a connecting bathroom to these people with a giant fucking snake and like a 2-month-old baby. And then it was them, and they were on meth. By the way, the moms were on meth downstairs. He was on meth, didn't know he was on meth. And then the 3rd room upstairs he was like 4 or 5, this kid and his mom, who was the landlord / meth dealer / escort. So it's funny because I gave him like $20. I was like, let's do drugs. And he was like, well, what do you want? And I was like, I don't care. Dude, he came back. Like I said, I didn't know where I was. He came back in like 30 seconds fucking flat. And I was like, where the fuck did you go? And he's like, I've got connects. Like, bitch, he was in the same fucking house. So that was the beginning of my meth journey. Did not mean for that to happen, but it did. And that was some Cali shit. And I mean, like, when I say, like, I didn't have lips by the end of that. Like, you give me 3 months on meth, like, I chewed the fuck out of my face. Like, I ate my, I had no face. And it got super, like, it's funny, man, people are fucking different on meth. Let me just throw that out there. Like, shit changed real fucking quick. Like within like a month. No, not even. I won't give him a month, bro. Like, he switched our doorknobs to where, like, he locked me in when he was at work, and like the landlord would like come in like right after and like unlock the door and be like, come on, honey. Like, I felt like a little fucking stray dog or some shit at that point, man. So then I'd like run in there, and like I remember, like, I was like super mad. I forget what I was mad at one day. It was something like, he left me in there without meth. And she was like, fuck him. And she like handed me this fucking like giant diamond sized meth. It was just this fucking just colossal. She's like, break it on the table. And I was like, what? Break it on the table. So, yeah, it is methed up, Bryant. So, I just sat there and I just fucking broke that, dude. And it's so funny because looking back, like, I was like, yeah. But like, there was a fucking kid in that room. Like, I was smoking meth with the fucking fuck, dude. Like that was some methed up shit. So anyway, that happened for about 3 months, and then he choked me up against the wall. Just super, like, we're both really paranoid. He choked me up against the wall and wanted me to it's funny. He chokes me and then he cries about it. Fucking shit. That's the best part. He started crying about it. So I ran away. Like, I waited for him to, like, eventually you have to sleep. I waited for him to eventually sleep, and then, like, because he was in the room, so he couldn't lock me in. Teehee. And I just ran the fuck away. And it's funny. My dad told me. Once again, thinking back, my dad. I called my dad, and I didn't tell him I was high on meth. I'm pretty sure he knew that I was high on meth. I mean, it might not have been meth, but I know he thought I was high because I actually went to my first AA meeting, or NA. I don't really know. I was high as fucking balls, but I sat in there and I heard fucking nothing. And because he wanted me to go with his Olympic swimming girlfriend's daughter. I don't know. It's some weird ass shit, man. Just weird. I remember the daughter was like, I was like, what, where are we going? Like, where? Because I thought that she wasn't really, like, in some form of recovery. Like, I thought she was just saying that was where she was going and we were going to go get fucked up. But, like, we fucking went. Like, I didn't realize. It was funny. And I was like, well, what do you do? And she was like, I don't do anything. I was like, okay, whatever, fucking liar. Like, what did you do? And she was like, ecstasy. And I'm such a fucking asshole. I was like, that's why you're fucking in recovery? Ecstasy. I was such an asshole, man. I really was. I'm sitting there fucking high as a goddamn kite. Like, really? I did that shit on the weekend, you bitch. Like, I was a fucking asshole, man. I'm not even fronting. Anyway, also, I didn't like her mom. It had nothing to do with my dad. Her mom was just, she was strong, and she was a bitch. So I ran away, and it's funny. My dad, from his house, and my dad picked me up, and like, literally middle of the night, called him like 8 times. He answered. He came and picked me up, and he was like, I remember he took me to an IHOP by the airport. He got me a ticket back to New Jersey, and he said, you can stay here, right? And I, like, looked at him, like, I was still half tweakied, and I was just looking at him, and he was just like, if you stay with me, you can live under my roof. I will pay for you to go to nursing school. First, I just want to put in real quick. I don't know why the fuck it was nursing school. I had no desire to be a nurse. I don't know why it was nursing school, but it was fucking nursing school. Wanted to throw that out there. And he, and he's like, but you'd have to go to school, and you cannot do drugs or drink under my roof. So obviously I took that plane ride back to New Jersey. I did not take him up on his generous offer. Also, he did say nursing school, but I'm pretty sure if I was like, hey, I want to do this, will you still pay for this? Like, I'm pretty sure he would have. Like, I think he just wanted me to not be on drugs. Because it was pretty fucking obvious. And it's funny, like, when, like, I grew up getting beat all the time for doing the wrong thing. And then, I'm 18, and there was no more hitting. There was no more. It was just like, dude, like, it was pretty much the last ditch effort, last ditch time. And there was nothing, there was no fight left in him, really. And I've seen him once since then. We literally text, happy birthday, Merry Christmas, Happy Easter. Like, we don't really talk that much anymore. But this is also because I have, like, I'm still, I've been through my steps quite a few times, but, like, I'm not good at truly forgiving myself for a lot of things. And one thing that I realized, I didn't realize, my sponsor told me, she's like, how are you supposed to forgive people that have done, like, some shit to you if you can't fully forgive yourself? And I think that's, like, a really big thing for me, that, like, it's hard for me to, like, I say that I forgive my dad for, like, the way that I grew up. Like, it's like, I do, but, like, I think I think it's almost like lying to myself. Like, I think part of me does, but, like, a lot of me still has a lot of resentments, and, like, I can't forgive him until I forgive myself. And, like, I don't, like, he doesn't even know I have a kid. Like, I'm just trying to play it as safe as I can right now. And like, I don't, you know, I got to do what's right for me and my family at this point in my life. But anyway, so I go back out to New Jersey, and I ended up, I, I, I was still taking Xanax, and I took them, drank, and I ended up, I don't remember it. I hung myself, complete God moment, not me hanging myself. But it was the afterwards. I guess I was screaming at my mom, and she pounded down the door. She comes up to my shoulder. She's a little, man, and she pounded as she broke down my door. This little fucking like 5'1" chick breaks down my door, and she never has her phone on her, and she had her phone on her, and she threw herself under me, and she called 911. So I was in the psych ward for 2 months. Found out when I was in the psych ward that I got charged because the cops come when you try to off yourself. I got charged with what was it? Paraphernalia, I think. I think they found, I don't know. I had a bunch of shit, so I guess that's what they charged me with. But I ended up in there and with a year's probation. So that was fun, and you know, I stayed dry. I'm not going to say sober. I stayed dry for a while, just because the court, and like I saw my grandfather like cry for the first time when I was in there, and he's like, what are you doing to yourself? And like, you know, he's asked me what am I doing to myself before, because like, you know, he told me that I look like a pincushion, because I did. You know, he told me all these things, but like this is the first time he was actually crying. Like he used to just mess around with me. This was the first time he was crying. Like, what have you done to yourself? And it was like, fuck, I don't know, you know. So I stayed dry for a long time. Like I don't want to say sober, because like I know what sobriety is now, and I know what the fuck being dry is, and I was dry as shit, man. Yeah, which it eventually, when I was, I don't know, I forget how old I was. I think I was like 21. I, you know, quickly started, you know, after that court was done, I was smoking and drinking, but in the psych ward also met this kid, Nick. He was a heroin user, told me he was never going to use heroin again, that he loved me. I pick winners. Just wanted to throw that one out there. Just grade A winners. And he, in fact, was not done doing heroin. But it's funny, for a while, like I didn't, and he always wanted me like to be the Bonnie to his Clyde, and I didn't for a long time, and then some fucked up shit happened to me. And I was going to the bars a lot. I was drinking, and I was drinking, and at this point I was drinking again. I was smoking, and then I started because I was at the bar so late, I started doing coke again. And then I found meth in New Jersey. Dude, that shit is not fucking, that was not meth. That was, I don't know what the fuck that was, but that was not fucking meth. Anyway, they said it was, so I'm going to call it that. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was stomped on so much. It was probably like fucking baby laxatives at that point. But some shit happened to me, and it's funny. I broke up with him, and probably about 6 months later, I called him, and I completely lied. I was like, I want to get back together with you. Just, you know, I like when I said, like, just bad shit happened, and I remembered him high, and I remembered him being nodded out, and like you could barely wake him up when he was nodded out, and he wasn't dead, but he wasn't living, and like I was so torn up inside that like I didn't want to die. I remember watching my pop cry and shit, but like I didn't want to live. And like within those dry years, by the way, like I became a cosmetologist. I'm still a pretty damn good barber. I was going back to school, like, you know, to further education. Like while I was doing that, like I did a lot, and I made a lot of money. And I called him, you know, and I just said, it's funny, I always said heroin is the one thing I wasn't going to touch. And I said, I want to be back with you. I love you. I realized I was wrong. That was a fucking lie. And then I said that I said, but bring some of that heroin with you. Bring some of that stuff with you. So he brought it, and he shot up. So the night that he came, he brought dope, and there was no thought about it. I was the Bonnie to his Clyde, and he shot me up for the first time. Once again, didn't like it. Tried again. Because like I said, if first you don't succeed, try again. I liked it around like the third time. So that was really when like the crack and the heroin plopped into play. I don't really need to get too deep into that. Let's just say there was a lot of psych wards, a lot of charges, a lot of trips to Camden, and a lot of ODs, and it was not pretty. Like to the point where like he stole my shit and like I literally cut the motherfucker. I sewed him back up. Don't worry, I sewed him up. I gave him a little bit. Anyway. So but it just things did not go good. I was homeless for a lot less time than other people, but I'll tell you what, being homeless in New Jersey in the dead ass fucking winter sucked ass. And it's funny because if you ask my mother or my sister now if I was homeless, like I'll be like, I'll talk, I'll be talking to my friends like, yeah, like when I was homeless, and I'll like be talking about you were not homeless. Like there was a restraining order, the locks were changed, and I lived on the street. What the fuck do you but yeah, so my using, I wish that this was the end of it. It was very close. It entailed me driving. It's funny, I was driving literally right in front of the job that fired me, and I ran into an old man, not his body, his car, because I nodded out, and the cops had me walk the line or whatever. I don't fucking remember. I guess they did, and there was a bunch of drugs next to me on the fucking seat. And then they put me in jail once again. I don't remember any of this, but what I do remember is getting hit with the nightstick. I spit and kicked and hit them. I don't know who, but I did. And I got whacked with a nightstick. And then it's funny. I know this because of my 35-page police report. Apparently, I was fucking Houdini. So when I smoked meth, I like to watch a lot of videos of like getting out of handcuffs and shit. Apparently, I kept sliding out of them. They had to like double cuff me. I slid out, and I guess the second time the door was fucking open and I was trying to get out the window. What the fuck? That was some dumbass shit, man. Like I like reading that report is because I read it for the first time in sobriety, like for the longest I didn't know what happened, but I forget what I was trying to do. I was at work and I was trying to do something and they needed my police report and DUI school because I hit the old dude. They needed my police report, so I gave it to them, and I'm printing it out at work, and my boss was like, no, you can print this out here, sure, use all the ink and the paper in the world. She's like, but if you're printing this out here, I'm fucking reading it. And she was just dying, and I was like, that didn't happen. She's like, it's on the fucking report. What do you mean it didn't happen? I was like, they told me I could go home at one point, and she's like, obviously the fuck. So I guess that's what set it off. I thought that they were going to let me go home, and that was not what they said. Anyway, ended back up in the psych ward where I met, the love of my life. And we were still dating at the time. It's funny. He used to do this like threatened suicide thing to me. Like, I'm going to kill myself. And I'd be like, no. And then like, eventually I was just like, fucking do it. Like I was such an asshole, man. Like he was lying. He just wanted me to stay with him. And actually it was funny because at that point I was so I got sent to the psych ward. And I guess after that, he tried to get himself sent to the psych ward. So cute, right? But they knew who the fuck we were. The cops knew who the fuck we were. They put him in a different one. It's funny because mine could get incoming calls and his could do outgoing calls. And he calls me and I was like, fuck, dude, like, what do you want? Are you okay? Like, are you okay? And it's funny, my brain right there was just like, Sarah, you can break up with him. He can't threaten to kill himself. I mean, he could, but go ahead, motherfucker. You're in a psych ward. Enjoy that extra time. So I broke up with him in the psych ward and he threatened it. I don't know how long he got, but he threatened it. Anyway, so God moment when I woke up in the psych ward, the girl that was in the same room as me was actually an old friend, and this is how you know you were fucking up in life, when your friends are in the psych ward with you. Anyway, woke up, she was there, her name was Shay, and she told me I looked like shit, and she told me to go to Florida, and I didn't really I didn't want to. I didn't want to get sober, but I knew I had a lot of charges. So I did. I came down here, and she was kind of like my little angel. Honestly, she was the one that got me started, got the ball rolling, and she's actually no longer here anymore. She was doing really good, then fell off there. But yeah, I came down here, man, and like I'm not gonna say that like I went through my steps correctly at all. Like I was a fucking asshole. I didn't want anybody to tell me what the fuck to do, and I just kind of fucked around a lot because I was really for the court. And it's funny, I went to enough meetings to actually hear what people had to say, and I went through my court cases, and I got, you know, I have a felony now and whatever. And where I live, they wouldn't accept my probation, and because of the violence in my crime. And they told me that they were going to put me on a bus. And the minute I heard that it's funny, they told me they were going to put me on a bus back up to New Jersey for me to do my 5 years of probation, which is funny because it was 5 years of probation, and then it was 1 if I finished my treatment. So they were just kind of like fucking me up on purpose, like, all right, enjoy your 5 years, like you can't finish IOP, motherfucker. So, you know, I actually I didn't want to get high. I knew if I went back up there I was going to get high immediately. I knew it, and because I hadn't done anything that I needed to do. And I called my lawyer, and literally my probation got completely terminated. And like that was the first time that I was like, holy shit, there's a God. Holy shit. Like, holy shit. Like, I didn't want to get high, and I don't have, oh my God, I don't have to go up there. Like, holy, like it was, for me, like that shit was some wild ass shit. Like straight up, like that was kind of like my first, like, whoa. And you know, I started working with the sponsor who, she started dual diagnosis meetings, and she actually did not have a God. But at that point, that was kind of somebody that I needed. Like I saw that miracle, but I also still needed somebody that wasn't going to shove it down my throat. And when I said the 3rd step prayer with her, she didn't say it with me. And I don't know. Part of me wanted somebody to say it with me. It was weird. I was in the middle of a Starbucks sitting at a table, and she didn't say it with me. And it was just weird, but I still finished going through the steps, and I started sponsoring women. And then I got pregnant. I had my son, and I started working with another woman, and she, sorry, I'm talking so much. And she actually she was not scared to talk about God at all, like whatsoever. And she took me through the book, like word by word, line by line. The first time I went through it, it was like, read these pages and we'll come back and talk about it. And I needed somebody to go through it word by word, line for line. Because like, I'm in school now again, but like, I'm super fucking shot out, man. Like I need shit to be explained to me. Like I just do. And it was really, you know, not knocking the first process that I went through. I needed that. That was just something that I personally needed. And you know, it's funny, I went through it with her, and a lot of amazing things happened. Like I was able to be in my cousin's wedding. She fucking hated me for a long time, but she was also my best friend. I was able to be in her wedding. I was able to make an amends to my grandfather, the one who was crying in the psych ward. And I was super lucky that I was able to do that, because he passed away not shortly after. And I've done, you know, I'm for the longest time, I didn't think that I had anything that like I could help another woman with, like to sponsor. But like, what a fucking selfish ass way of thinking, man. Like the only way that like this shit moves on to other people and you help other people is by fucking helping other people. And how selfish was I to say that like I didn't have something for somebody else? And like it feels like it's so for the longest time, like I didn't work step 12, man. Like I was working 1 through 11. I wasn't doing 12. And like when I finally did, this sense of like ease that I had at helping another woman was just it was just it was phenomenal. And like I chase them, man. Like I don't chase them down. I'm not going to work the recovery for them, but like if I hear that like somebody Bryant knows, I'm like, hey, like what's up with the girls? Like, and it's funny because my sponsee that I've had, you know, everybody comes and goes. Hopefully they stay. You want them to stay, and hopefully you want them to outgrow you. But you know, truly like, but a lot, you know, once again, Bryant knows he's seen a lot of my girls in and out. And this one, she stuck around for the longest time. And she is fucking awesome. Like she chases them down too. She wants to sponsor. She wants to be of service. Like I have to tell her like, dude, like it's not like you can't just live and breathe AA. Like you have to fucking like, you have to find some shit that you fucking love, because like recovery isn't just to throw yourself into AA. Like it's fucking amazing. That's awesome. But like find some shit that you fucking love too. Like I know we could love it, but like don't burn yourself the fuck out. Shit. Like you can't just work in AA because it's not it just can't work that way. You know, it just fucking can't. And I once again learned that the hard way. I didn't relapse over it, but like I was just fucking when I got it, like I said, I'm an addict. When I started sponsoring, it was like, fuck, like I need more. I fucking need more. And then I couldn't fucking help anybody because I had too many motherfuckers. Especially myself or my kid, you know? So like I've got certain nights that I do, you know, that I sponsor, and the rest, like, and then I've got certain nights that I go to meetings, and like obviously I always answer if a sponsee calls me. If I don't, I'm in the middle of something. I always make sure I call them back within 12 hours. But like I don't know, like I didn't get sober just to go crazy for it. Like I got sober because I wanted a better life, and because like, and I have it now, man. Like I can like, I fish again. Like I didn't fish since I was a kid. And it's funny, my friend Zach, he actually just recently passed away. He got hit by a semi. He was chasing, he was a trooper. But he actually showed me how to fish. How to fish again. He showed me, he gave me like all, I fucking can't use any of this stupid fucking bait now because he gave it to me. But you know, it's fine. I'll stick with shrimp. But he, you know, I don't know. He helped me find some shit that like I needed. Like I needed to learn that again. Like I needed to remember how to tie a fucking knot around the hook. Like I needed all of it. And like he was there, and like so I love doing that. Also, I'm in my sourdough era. I'm making fucking sourdough all the time. And I have a garden. I don't know. I have a whole, I find a lot of joy in random, as Bryant would say, basic shit, because he told me that I'm fucking normal now. And that was the biggest stab to the heart that I ever, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. I see you're fucking smiling. Like that was the biggest stab to the heart that I've ever had, getting called normal, which is funny because it's like, I mean, I might look, I guess whatever, dude. Fuck you, Bryant. Like, but like
I said you look normal.
Yeah.
You're fucking normal because you're not.
Yeah, my attitude and my personality just shines bright. Or as my boyfriend would say, my personalities would shine bright for anyway. But yeah, that's what I got for y'all. Just one day at a fucking time, really. That's it. Thank you. Do I mute myself now? What the fuck do I do? I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah, you can mute yourself, and everybody else, I'm going to get ready to end the live streams, but you can raise your hand, you can share. I know Allie Kane was shaking her head in agreement throughout your whole story, so she probably has something to share. And when she messaged me, I'm like, you're going to love this speaker tonight. She's a fellow tweaker, so I can see it resonated with her, and I've seen a lot of smiles and head nodding in the room. So the meeting's y'all's. I've talked to Sarah enough throughout my years of sobriety. I came into the rooms, into her home group, and forced myself into this friend group of people that had multiple years of sobriety, that were younger than me, that were really doing this shit, and they taught me a lot over the years. So thank you to all those people in Drug Addicts Anonymous. And with that, it's your fucking meeting, not mine. Go ahead.
I'll go for it. Hi, I'm Allie, fellow Juggalo. Oh my God, Sarah, bro. I can totally relate. Minus getting ever going to jail, ever catching charges. I was fuck, bro. All of it. Like, no shit, when you're like, I found the body, like Bonnie and Clyde. Bro, I have that shit tatted on my leg. I've been in your footsteps. I have fucking been through it. And then you're talking in different voices. That I fucking do that shit all the time. And people fucking are like, are you fucking, what's wrong with you? Anyways, I fucking it's so funny how we do realize how fast we grew up and all the shit that we've been through, but the lives that we have lived, you know, we have went through an experience that most can definitely say that they have never and never will live in our lifetimes. And we can honestly say that we wouldn't wish that upon our worst enemies ever, if you think about it, because we've been there, and it's not a funny, it's not a great place. So thank you for giving me a chance to remind myself to stay humble. This last couple of weeks have been hard. I just got diagnosed with another mental disorder, so it's been a little rough around here and a little hard on me, but I'm just keeping with faith. I didn't believe in a God either, and